Hi, I'm Max, professional gold prospector and treasure hunter. Since the invention of money, nothing has been more desirable as a form of currency than gold, and the demand for gold is now greater than any other time in history. You might be like many people who wonder, how do I get started finding gold? And is it really possible to make a livable income off of gold? And my answer to you is yes. In the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you how to find a quarter ounce of gold every single day at your own pace in your free time. At today's prices, that's more than enough to make you a hefty second income. More importantly, a quarter ounce of gold per day means that you have a way out of a job that you can't stand, out of financial struggle, out of waking up every morning wishing that you had a different life. A quarter ounce of gold per day is enough to enjoy more freedom in your life and finally do the things you've always desired. Please note, this presentation contains some of my biggest trade secrets, and so I will not be able to keep it up for very long. If you watch it all the way to the end, you'll learn 8 different ways to find gold, whether you prefer mining for gold or if you'd like to find gold from the comfort of your home in your spare time. I've got the perfect strategy to fit your needs no matter what your situation, even if you have zero gold collecting experience. You may think you've heard and seen it all, but this information is a radically different spin on some of the most proven strategies for finding a quarter ounce of gold per day. And they are surprisingly easy. Now, some people are intimidated by the idea of collecting gold, and they miss out on one of the greatest financial opportunities of our age, because they think that finding gold will mean getting a metal detector and spending the next 7 years sifting through the Sahara Desert for trinkets. This is a myth. If you know what you're doing, collecting gold will be an incredibly fun and profitable hobby. What's more, there are countless different methods for finding gold. There's a method to suit anyone's situation profitably. You might be shocked to discover how much gold is in your very own neighborhood, and if you follow the right steps, which I will share in just a moment, finding gold can become a relatively predictable science. Most hobbyists go about gold collecting in exactly the wrong way, and that's why they say big corporations have already discovered all the gold deposits long ago. Again, not true. I'm just a regular guy, and I was personally responsible for discovering over 10 million ounces of alluvial gold deposits, potentially worth billions. I literally discovered so much gold that there was no way I could mine it myself. So in 1985, I partnered with a publicly traded gold mining company to start the mining process. And you're more than welcome to read a 5-page document from an impartial third party which proves that this deposit is real and reveals the exact location of this deposit. I'll show you where to find and download this document at the end of this presentation. The bottom line is there's a gold collecting method for everyone. Everyone can make a livable income collecting gold. Some people like metal detecting out of doors, and it's a perfectly legitimate way to find gold. Some people want to dive to the bottom of the sea or become like Indiana Jones searching for gold deep in some faraway jungle. Both of these are fine, and I'm definitely going to cover how to get started with this if that's what you want. However, my goal for today is to tell how to get started with gold collecting no matter where you are and no matter what your personal aspirations are. Let me show you a specific example. Using my strategy for finding gold for 50% off is an ideal way to find gold in your spare time if you live in a city. Here's how you do it. Step 1. Memorize the spot price of gold. This is the market-driven price of gold, which is usually quoted per ounce. As a gold collector, you're going to want to know the market value of any gold piece before you buy it. Always keep an eye on the current price of gold by doing the incredibly difficult task of Googling price of gold. Step 2. Buy gold for less than its market value. Fancy stuff, huh? There are lots of reasons why someone would sell you under the market value. The biggest reason is most people don't pay attention to the market price of gold, and they have no idea what their busted jewelry is really worth. There are many ways to buy gold way under market value. Here are some of my favorites. Step 3. Sell gold for more than its market value. The contents of the package I'm about to reveal will make this easy for you. You can also have a sizable income finding lost gold. People hide their jewelry all the time, and quite often that hidden jewelry is lost forever unless savvy investors like yourself come along and use specific steps to uncover lost treasure. Not only have I used this exact strategy for finding gold 50% off, I've used it to make an absolute killing on other precious metals as well. I used to buy junk catalytic converters and scrap electronic equipment. It was all basically lying around in the muffler shops and computer repair shops, nearly free for the taking. People were happy to get rid of their junk for a couple extra bucks. We were buying up to 1,000 catalytic converters and many pounds of junk electronics parts every month. I remember it well because that was just when rhodium was hitting about $10,000 per ounce. Catalytic converters each contain platinum, palladium, and rhodium. By the time we sold the business a couple of years ago, our humble little enterprise commanded in excess of $10,000 per month. Imagine what it would be like if you woke up one day and your mini gold hobby skyrocketed into a thriving business which paid for huge bills like your rent or mortgold, gas, and other expenses. The best part is you can follow all of the steps above and start turning a profit in as little as 7 days. My name is Max Strong, creator of Finding a Quarter Ounce of Gold Per Day. I'm calling this system the Gold Rush Shortcut because it's the only system that allows anyone to start making a livable income off gold in their free time, no matter what their experience level or their situation. Even if you have no idea where to start, even if you're broke and you've only got a shoestring budget or you've tried everything else, first off, let me say that if you've tried collecting gold before with no success, it's not your fault. Just about every source of information about collecting gold on the internet is incomplete or just plain wrong. There's so much unreliable information out there, and most people have no way of telling fact from fiction. If you're looking for someone to blame the so-called experts out there who exaggerate about their earnings and give misleading advice that sets you up to fail right from the start. I have been a professional gold prospector for more than 30 years. I'm one of the only people in the world who has successfully profited from dozens of gold collecting methods out there. You name it, I've done it successfully. And I've also amassed fortunes for other prospectors, Fortune 500 companies, and myself. Today I live in the beautiful forest in Ecuador where I continue to prospect for gold as I travel. I live the life of my dreams. If you're beating yourself up because you haven't had the success you desire, stop it right now because it's not your fault. But now that you know better, it's your responsibility to take control of your financial destiny. My system, Finding a Quarter Ounce of Gold Per Day, is designed firstly and foremost so that you start seeing results immediately. You won't be the next fly-by-night millionaire, and I'd be lying if I told you otherwise. But if you follow the instructions, you will start turning a profit within a few short days. You don't have to invest a ton of capital and months of hard work before you see results. In my experience, the best business ideas turn a profit right from the start. And I'll show you how to apply this principle to your gold collecting hobby. Second, I'll show you every last thing you need to know with specific step-by-step instructions. This isn't some dense thesis written at a PhD level. The information is presented in easy-to-digest chunks, in a first do this, then do that kind of way. Third, this system is geared to help you collect a quarter ounce of gold per day so that you can say goodbye to your job if you choose. I found that most people who desire gold wake up every day and drive to a job that they can't stand and take orders from a boss that they absolutely hate. And you can escape this vicious cycle within a very short time using my system. Let's get to what you really want to know. Will this work for me? How fast will it work? Is it guaranteed to work? Inside my system, you'll learn 8 different methods for finding gold, more than enough to find a strategy to suit your specific situation. I go into extreme detail with each method. The first manual is called Alluvial Gold Sniping. This is one of my very favorite ways to find gold. This is ideal for people who like hiking and nature. Alluvial gold snipers often hike into semi-remote and remote gold-bearing rivers with a day pack of light equipment. I'll show you how to find bedrock exposures where there are cracks, crevices, and potholes within reach. These are the places where the gold concentrates when the river is running high and the gold is on the move. The proficient alluvial gold sniper is often rewarded with more than a quarter ounce of gold for a good day's effort. Next, Manual 2 will tell you everything you need to know about hard rock gold sniping and detecting. Hard rock gold snipers often use metal detectors inside of abandoned mine shafts. The old-timers could not see behind the mine walls and often walked right past rich veins that were only an inch or two away. The modern-day experienced hard rock gold sniper can regularly go home with very rich ore samples that can either be sold to collectors or pulverized to liberate their gold. Remember when I mentioned earlier that I found 10 million ounces of gold deposits? I used this exact method for doing it. When you find a massive deposit of gold like this, you won't be able to take all the gold yourself. Sometimes the best way to reap the massive profits is by getting some help. And in this section, I'll show you how you can make a fortune by selling your discoveries to mining companies who will do the work for you. I'll teach you all the basics so that you can identify these types of deposits successfully. The third manual is called Nugget Shooting with a Metal Detector. This is your more traditional gold collecting method using a metal detector to unearth gold items. I'll show you the right way to do it so you discover the exact location of gold in record time. You'll also learn how to become a master with a metal detector. If your search coil is not directly above shallow, coarse gold when you search, you won't find a thing. However, if your search coil is close to coarse gold and you follow my specific instructions, you will pick up nuggets faster than you can imagine. You'll also get a crash course in gold geology and gold mining history, so you have an unfair advantage. One trick that successful nugget shooters use is to go to where the dry washers have worked in the desert over the years. Most dry washers are notorious for losing significant amounts of gold, especially coarser gold. I'll go into detail on this later, but here's a quick hint. Metal detecting through the many tailings piles in known gold-bearing areas can produce dozens of small nuggets. These nuggets quickly add up to more than a quarter ounce with one leisurely afternoon. Manual number 4, metal detecting for gold coins and gold jewelry. This is exactly like detecting for nuggets, except that you usually have to do it in more urban centers. Ideal for you if you live in a city. My preference is to go to beaches where many people go on holidays. This can be on rivers, at lakes, or on the ocean. I'll show you how to carefully observe the crowds when they congregate and explain how greasy sun protection, waves, alcohol, and gold jewelry make for golden opportunities. Amateur gold collectors struggle with this method because they feel like other people have already found all of the gold. I'll go tell you exactly how to find virgin grounds where the competition has never been before. The real key to success here is in your research. I'll show you creative ways to discover the locations of old swimming holes, abandoned parks, and fairgrounds. These are just a few of the many site possibilities from the early 1900s. You'll become a real-life gold detective. In manual number 5, you'll discover incredible secrets for finding lost and hidden gold around your house and neighborhood. As you probably already know, people often hide jewelry for safekeeping. Every day around the world, thousands of people misplace valuable jewelry. Sometimes this jewelry is lost for decades. Interestingly, these items are often lost in similar places. If you know where to look, the odds are quickly in your favor. There are common places where valuables are either lost or hidden on a regular basis. In fact, the list boils down to only about 25 different types of places to look. Once you get these common places figured out, you can begin to uncover a small fortune in class rings, coins, paper money, and other unexpected treasures. It mostly takes a little creativity. In manual number 6, you'll learn about black sand buying and processing. This is a multi-million-dollar industry that you never even hear about. It is one of the best-kept secrets out there. If you learn how to properly process the gold and precious metals from black sands, you'll find gold and other precious metals for the rest of your life. It is quite inexpensive to get started. A simple rock tumbler and a vial of mercury will get you going. Be careful with the all-important safety procedures. Once you get the hang of recovering fine and microscopic gold from black sand concentrates, you can begin to ramp it up to larger volumes. People who get into this business in a serious way quickly reach monthly volumes of 5 and 10 tons. You can set up shop near any gold-bearing area where dredging is popular. It is very easy to purchase black sands by the bucketful. You'll only pay pennies on the dollar for your gold. In Manual 7, you'll learn secrets to gold dredging. This has been a great way to find gold since the 60s and 70s. Ideal for the adventurous kickstart, and the rewards can make you very wealthy. If you are a scuba diver, you will think you have died and gone to heaven. I caught the gold dredging bug in the 80s and have loved it ever since. I'll show you how to dredge safely and efficiently. I'll also teach you what to know to find great gold locations. Precious metal scrap is everywhere. It is sometimes free for the taking, but you have to know what, where, and how to do it profitably. And finally, in Manual 8, I'll go into about 25 times more detail on how to buy gold at 50% off. Dental material waste, old electronic circuit boards, cellular phones, junk catalytic converters, disposable medical devices, and copper leftovers are just a few of the many types of things to watch for. I'll teach you how scrap metal buyers operate, along with dozens of techniques for finding gold for incredibly low prices and make a healthy profit. I'm giving you all of my trade secrets here, and the price for this entire system, well, let's face it, and if you try to go it alone, you could easily spend 1,000 hours researching and going through all sorts of trial and error trying to figure this out. Plus, you'd have no support. You'd be right back where you started. And let's not forget the months and years of your life you'll spend being a wage slave, constantly running circles in the rat race and getting nowhere. That's not what I want for you, and I know that's not what you want for yourself. The retail value for the system is $89.99, but you won't pay $89.99. You won't pay $49.99. You won't even pay $29.99. You'll get the entire Finding a Quarter Ounce of Gold per Day system, including all 8 manuals, for only $19. The reason we're offering such a low price is because we want to support you with your long-term success, and we don't want finances to hold you back while you're just starting out. You'll be granted immediate access to everything, all 8 manuals of the Finding a Quarter Ounce of Gold per Day system. Here's what will happen the moment you click the Add to Cart button below this video. First, you'll be taken to our 100% secure checkout page. Then simply click on the button that says Complete Your Order. Finally, you'll receive your members-only account login information by email immediately so you can access the entire system right away. It's that simple. If you're still thinking about whether my program is right for you, you don't have to decide now. You can take my product, use it, and see the results for yourself before you commit to paying a single penny with my 30-day ironclad triple guarantee. I guarantee that you're going to love this system and gold collecting will take off like the space shuttle. You're going to consistently find more gold and turn a profit. And if you follow the instructions, you'll make at least a quarter ounce of gold per day. If this course isn't the most revolutionary breakthrough for your gold collecting, if you feel like it's not a right fit for you, hell, if you don't like the font size in the book, simply shoot me a quick email and I'll refund your money, no questions or hassles. Look below this video right now. Click on the orange button that says Add to Cart to claim your discounted price now. Remember, life is short and you've been struggling with your financial situation for far too long. This is your one opportunity to take control of your destiny. This is the first step. Thanks for watching this presentation, and I hope you grab the opportunity to create that extra income you want. Remember, you can test drive my system for a whole month before you need to decide if you want to keep it. What have you got to lose?